Hey, real quick. Have you ever opened your mailbox expecting a really big fat check, only to find jury duty and a dentist reminder? Well, sadly, that was me last week. But then, boom, Twitter exploded with rumors of a $5,000 DOGE dividend check. Some folks are actually calling it a new stimulus check. Others say, sorry, it's just smoke and mirrors. And I got bombarded with messages all week. Steve, is this real? Is Elon sending us free money? Will Dogecoin finally make me rich? Look, I love a good conspiracy theory as much as anyone else, but this one, well, it's got political drama, financial confusion, Elon Musk, and even Trump is involved. So just before we take a deep dive, it's imperative that you hit that like button and subscribe so that you get notified the minute we produce another game changing video that affects your finances. And I promise you'll appreciate it. Now, buckle up and let's plunge straight in. Okay, so here's the scoop. The Doge dividend check is not crypto related. Doge actually stands for the Department of Government Efficiency. Now, a real proposal initiated under President Trump and reportedly overseen by Elon Musk. The idea? Cut government waste and reward Americans with a slice of the savings. Now, if it works, the plan would return up to 20% of savings to taxpayers. And that, my friends, is where the $5,000 figure comes from. A best case scenario payout per household. But the question is that number real? Well, originally, the DOGE plan aimed to cut $2 trillion in federal spending over 2 years. If that happened, 20% or 400 billion will be sent to the taxpayers. And that's how we got that dreamy, and I say dreamy, $5,000 per household. But here's the harsh truth. As of right now, and when you're watching this video, only $115 billion in savings has actually been confirmed. So that means if checks went out right now, it will be around $142 a person. And let's face it, that's not exactly buy a Tesla money, is it? And James Fishback, the CEO of Azoria and the plan's architect, well, he admits it. Doge will save what Doge will save. Now, if they reach 1 trillion in cuts, maybe we're talking 2,500. If it's only 500 billion, that's $1,250 tops. Now, the payout will fluctuate depending on how much gets cut. And just wait until you hear who's not eligible, even if they pay taxes. And that's coming up in just a second. And trust me, it's sparking major debate. But first, the important question is who does qualify? Well, initially, only people earning over 40,000 a year were rumored to qualify, but that's now off the table. Right now, anyone who files a federal tax return would be eligible. So the good news is that includes Social Security recipients, VA beneficiaries, and best of all, low income workers. But here's the controversial part. Undocumented immigrants, sorry, not eligible. Even if they file taxes and contribute billions, yes, billions, in federal and state taxes. Now, in 2022 alone, undocumented workers paid $96.7 billion in taxes, according to the American Immigration Council. Yet under Doge, they get zero, nothing, nada. And Fishback has been really blunt. Illegal immigrants are never going to get a Doge dividend. Now, critics are firing back, calling it unfair and short sighted. So, yeah, this part of the plan is getting very heated. Now, here's the final plot twist. None of this can happen without Congress. And right now, there's no official bill. Fishback says it's coming soon. But Congress hasn't even begun to review it, and many lawmakers are already pushing back. Speaker Mike Johnson and other conservatives argue that any savings should go towards reducing the national debt, not funding what they see as another stimulus style payout. Senator Ron Johnson tweeted, "The waste, fraud, and abuse DOGE uncovers should be used to reduce spending so we can balance the budget." So even with the savings, Congress might still say no. Fishback argues back. 80% of savings would still go to debt reduction. The 20% to Americans is meant to rebuild trust, especially since 70% of people believe that their tax dollars are being misused. Now, here's where we pull the curtain back. So, the Congressional Budget Office has reported that government spending is still rising. In fact, nearly 40% of DOGE's savings come from program shutdowns or money that was already spent, not actual budget costs. Critics say the plan is unrealistic because federal spending is controlled by Congress, not Elon Musk or any private agencies. Brendan Duke of the Center for American Progress, he put it best. This is a PR stunt disguised as fiscal policy. So let's be real, guys. There's no bill, there's no guaranteed payout, and there's no confirmed timeline. Best case scenario, checks might still go out in 2026 if Congress signs off, if savings are real, and if the political will holds. So don't go spending your DOGE dividend just yet. But here's what's wild. There's growing talk that this whole plan could be folded into a larger budget reconciliation package later this year. Could that fast track it? Well, we'll be watching it closely, and the second something real happens, I promise I'll break it down right here on this channel. So, do me a favor, tell me in the comments, should taxpayers get the savings or should it go towards the national debt? Now, if this video gave you clarity, do me a favor, guys, drop a like and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on the truth behind the hype. And remember, every dollar you expect from the government should come with a healthy dose of skepticism. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys.